Hey everyone, Tim and Mina here at the Cozy Homestead. Mama Mina is going to be the camera person for me again today, so I hope you don't mind. But today I want to talk about something that's near and dear to our hearts, and that's residential homesteading. Okay, now we're at our current house, and we've got a different piece of property in another state that we're making our homestead, and we're going to start doing that hopefully here this year. But I want to talk about how you don't own your property. You don't get to do what you want with your property. So a news story was just released earlier today by WKZY TV in Detroit. And it's talking about a young lady named Leandra King. She owns Detroit Farm and Cider Mill. Now, this is the only cider mill in Detroit. And even better, it is the only Black American owned cider mill in the country. The only one. She opened in 2000, and they just did a mock opening. In 3 months, pretty much every day they were having 600 to 800 people at their farm cider mill. Every day. Now, this young lady, growing up, had a very rough life, like a lot of folks did. Some more rough than others. Like her, she spent most of her childhood in foster care or in juvenile detention centers. But she decided she wanted to turn her life around. And God bless her for doing that. She did the right thing. She's got 3 kids. And she decided to start a cider mill. Now she owns 5 acres in Detroit. And she planted over 150 fruit trees. And that's where she gets her cider from. Now, she has animals on her property, goats, chickens, stuff like that. And she uses their manure to fertilize those fruit trees. Now, she is being ordered to get rid of the animals. Detroit won't give her business permits, even though she's been trying for the past 4 years to do this. Detroit won't give her permits because she doesn't have a permit, or the property, she wants to try to get the property rezoned as well. But she doesn't have a permit for livestock on her property. Why does she need a permit to have livestock on her property? Well, the city says that her neighbors deserve to live in peace without the noise from the animals and without the smell from the animals. Look, that smell is freedom. But unfortunately, Detroit's taking that freedom away from her. Now, come Monday, she has a choice. She goes to court. She can either get 2 years probation, $500 fine, or 90 days in jail. Well, guess what this young lady is doing? She already has it set up for her children to be taken care of. She's going to go sit in jail for 3 months, for 90 days. Because that's how she wants to fight this. And God bless her for doing it. I stand right there with her. The government should not be telling us what animals we can and cannot have on our property. My neighbor next door to me here is probably 100 yards away. He's got chickens. His chickens come over onto our property. And they do all their scratching. They eat some of the bugs, that's on the property, stuff like that. We don't stop them. During the winter months, during the early spring months and late fall months, we actually open up our vegetable garden for them to come in and scratch in the vegetable garden. We'll even put feed out there for them in the vegetable garden so they can scratch and eat and drop their poop. So we have free fertilizer. What's the big deal? Why can't she have animals so that she has natural fertilizer for her fruit trees? This is beyond ridiculous. This is just another way the government is trying to stop Americans from not having free will. It's another way for the government to have control over what you can and cannot do. And it's just wrong. This is why I always say you do not own your property. Think about it. If you don't pay your property taxes, what happens? You lose your property. So basically, your property tax that you're paying is just rent for that property that you have to pay every year. Because if you don't pay it, you get evicted. So you don't own that property. And it's wrong. It's wrong for the government to tell you what you can and can't do with your property. This is a young lady that's been trying to turn her life around, and she's doing so. But for the past 4 years, she's been fighting this. Now Monday, she's going to go to court, and she's going to go sit in jail for 90 days to try and fight this. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment. I'm going to post the news video in the description, so take a look at it. Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe for us. We really appreciate all the subscribers. You know, it's going slow for us. We just went over 300. I'm hoping the next couple of months we'll hit 1,000. You know, and you guys can help us do that. Y'all take care, stay blessed, and
Pray always.
pray always. Pray that we can do what we need to do.
Yes. Amen. Bye.
Bye-bye.